Hello guys, good morning, or should I say good afternoon, good evening, whatsoever the time is, anywhere you are in the world. It's your girl again, Tessie Mark, and welcome back to my channel. If today is the first time you're coming across this channel, you're welcome. Please do well by belonging to this humble and wonderful family by subscribing to our channel. Please, not just only subscribing, but please always like, comment and share our video. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome back. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for always stopping by anytime we drop a video. Thank you for always your support to this wonderful family. Okay, so today I'm shooting right here at the capital city, Abuja, West Africa, Nigeria. I based here in Abuja for some times now, and staying in Abuja has been calm. Shall I say it has been easy? No, not really very easy, but Abuja is one of the cities that if I'm not staying in Abuja, I don't know where I'll be staying in this Nigeria. Is it Lagos? Lagos is actually a very nice place, but I don't know how you people cope with the traffic. Traffic is just the only problem I have with Lagos people, not the city itself. You know, Abuja is so easy. You may be going to work, you may be resuming, like, let's say, resuming to the office by 8 a.m. By 7:30, you may still be at home and you still meet up. That is the only good thing about staying in Abuja. The population is less and it's less stressful, you know, compared to Lagos. If you're staying in Lagos and your office is 8 a.m., Lagos people, you know when you used to leave your house. So today, let's quickly discuss this. I just want to share my experience how a stranger, will I call him a stranger, like turned to be, should I say I have two dad or three or even more than that, but this very particular I want to discuss about has been a father to me that, you know, if I'm beginning to give the story of my success, if I do not mention him, that story is not complete. People that are around me that know me from when I was a teenager know who I'm talking about. You know, this man has been a father to me. Like, people that know me, you know, people that know me very well. Like, if I'm working with you, if I get around area 1, you will hear people calling my name everywhere. Like, I'm very popular around area 1. It's because of this very man. Yeah. So let's go back to when I finished secondary school. I was waiting for admission, and you know, from childhood, I'm this kind of a person that I don't know how to stay without doing something. You know, I'm this kind of a person that I don't know how to stay without doing something. If I stay without walking for like 3 or 4 days, I'll get sick. I'll get sick. Some people call me that I walk too much. Like, some people like, do you even have time for yourself? Yeah, I do have time for myself, but if I rest too much, I get sick. I remember, I think that was 2 days ago, I started like, oh, let me just rest. I rest for 48 hours. My body was already paining me. I was already tired of resting. So it did not just started like today. I have been like that from even before I got admission to college. I've been like that. I love to work. I love to make my own money. Maybe it's because of the kind of women I grown up around. Like, I I grew up around my grandmother and my mom, and the two women are very very hardworking. They are people that you want. They don't wait for anybody to give to them. They work so hard for everything they have. Oh, my grandmother, may her gentle soul rest in peace. Like, if I see that question that people always ask, that if you have the opportunity to bring one person, a loved one that died, like, to life, who is that person? Like, I didn't even used to think twice. I know it's my grandmother. Yes, my grandmother from my paternal side. Though my grandmother from my maternal side, I don't really know more about her, because even my mom herself says she doesn't know her mom very well. Yeah, I think she died when my mom was just 2, so my mom don't know much about her mom. That is my own grandmother. So I grown up around my own grandmother from my dad's side. That is my paternal home. Like, she was almost everything to me. Yeah, 2011, 12, before I got admission 2013. I just finished secondary school like very young. Like, I finished secondary school quite very early. So I was just like, one of my uncle now advised me that I should start doing something, like, before I would get admission, before I write jam. Yeah. So I started working somewhere. I work with this woman in Garki. I don't want to mention the place, yeah. So something happened that made me to leave that place. I think I worked with her for just few months. So when I was working with her, I didn't go to work that day. That is another story. Something happened in the shop. So when I came, the woman kept blaming me that it's because of me that that thing happened. That if I was actually around at work to support, is it my colleague? She think maybe I'm more smarter, that they will have not outsmart my colleague, which I think maybe just God that was trying to prevent me from that, that make me not to go to work that day. So if that did not happen, like at that place, I would have not met this very person that I'm telling you guys about how he helped me. So she keep talking. Anytime I go to work, she will just keep talking, like keep blaming me that it's because I didn't come to work that day, the other day, that thing happened. That if not, they will have not able to, you know. That is another story for another day. So that day, I went to work that day. She just started talking again. So I decided to drop my resignation letter at that very minute. I left. On my way coming back, I was just passing through area 1. Then I now saw a vacancy. So I look at the vacancy. I was like, where is this shop? They now point the place to me. I greeted him. That is the person I'm talking about. I was like, good evening, sir. He was like, how are you? That the same day that I dropped my resignation letter, that the same day in the evening, I was coming home. Then I said, let me just walk around and see if I'll see a job. We've been hustling a long time ago. So I now saw that place. So Anam branch, I greeted him. I saw that vacancy. I greeted him. I was like, good evening, sir. He was like, good evening, how are you? With a smile on his face, I was like, I'm fine, sir. He now asked me that. I now asked him, I saw a vacancy outside. Like, can I apply? He now looked at me, he now smiled. He now said, when do you want to resume? Do you want to resume now? I was like, now. But it's evening already. He said you can resume right now. I was like, he did not ask me about my name. He did not ask me about anything. He just said, you can resume now. I look at him and I smile. I was like, for real? He was like, yes, I can resume right now if I want. So and I told him, I was like, no, I just closed from work, but I can resume tomorrow. So he now asked me what's my name. I told him. He now said, no problem, that see you tomorrow. And that was it. The following day, I went to work. I resumed as early as possible. You know, first time now at work. So I resumed as early as possible to that place. I did print in area 1, you know. So when I got there, he now welcomed me. How are you? I said, I'm fine. So that was how I started working with him. So I started working with him, I think from 2011, because I wrote my work. I didn't pass. I think chemistry was a problem. So when I finished, I was like, okay, the following year, I'm going to rewrite again. Maybe I can make chemistry. I make English and maths. Everything was okay, just chemistry. And as a science student, I needed that chemistry. So I was like, okay, let me be working with him then before I'll rewrite my work. So when I started, I went to work that very day. How are you? How are you? I said, I'm fine. So I had no idea. I don't know anything. Like, I don't know how to operate computer. I don't know anything. So he has to put me through. That was how he teach me how to do that. Before you know, 2 weeks down the line, I was good at almost everything. That time he would leave the office for me and go out to go and do other things. I started working with this man. So with time, his name is Mr. Ade. He's from, I never wanted to say this. He's from Ogbomosho. He's a Yoruba man. See, if I'm an Ogbomosho person, you are my brother automatically. Because this person is like a dad to me, you know. So that was how I started working. Started trusting me with time. To some extent, like he almost used to leave everything with me without word or anything. So there was a time that something happened. He was sick, so they admitted him in the hospital for like a week. So I was the only one around, but we have other branches, but where that very place I am was like the head office, you know. We have other branches, like 2 shops again, that they used to bring their report to that place. So they admitted him in the hospital. I was just the only person. So that was how I was able to manage. I was still a teenager at that time, remember. I was just about 16, 16 that time. So that was how I was able to manage that place. So after I finished managing the place, maybe I feel that is when he started trusting me. So after they discharged him from the hospital, he came back to the shop. That morning, when he resumed self, he didn't even tell me. Even though when I was in the shop that time, I'll make sales, I'll send money to the hospital for him, I'll take care of the shop and make sure we never lack anything. In fact, at the time I paid the salary, we are about 4 of us that are working under him. So when the month ends, I paid the salary even without him knowing. So when he came back that Monday, I was like, how are you? Fine. He checked the shop, he saw materials are everywhere, everything is there, like everything. So he was like, Tessie, you're able to make money and even buy materials. Because me, I believe if you are running a business, if you have materials, even if you don't have liquid cash, those materials, they are money already. So I make sure like material, like we never lack any material in the shop. So when he came back, when he saw the whole of it, he was like, what? You're able to like make money and buy all of these things. You even, and I told him that, sir, we just pay salary. That was on Saturday before we close. He was like, you pay salary? I said, sir, yes, I did. I said, I'm sorry I didn't inform you. He was like, no, it's very okay. So from there, he started to trust me so much. In fact, he used to leave almost everything with me, and he'll go to work or he'll go to other places. He has never questioned me about anything. In fact, after I finish making sales, I'll try to explain myself to him, like, this is it. He will say, no, don't worry, it's fine. Where is the money that you make? I'll just show him this. He doesn't ask me like, how did you do this one, how that one. That was how I was able to work with that man till I got admission. He was treating, when he says somebody is nice, he was so nice to me that I don't even see him like a boss. I see him like a father. To me, he's a father to me. So when I got admission, in fact, I left for like 1 month to go and write my WAEC. When I went to write my WAEC, this man paid me my full salary. When I say full, he did not deduct anything. I was in Kaduna that time when I saw the alert, I was like, what? This man paid me salary. Even when I did not work this month, I have to call him and appreciate him. He said, it's okay, just read and pass your WAEC. So the result came out. I came back, I wrote JAM. In fact, when I wanted to write JAM, that is how nice this man is. I told him that, sir, can you please excuse me, let me just give me like 2 hours. Let me go to area 3 and go and get JAM form. He now said, no problem, but I should hold on, let him go to area 10 and go and get something, then before I will go. So in his way coming back, I saw him coming back with a JAM form. Yes, my JAM form, he bought it for me. I was like, what? Thank you, sir, for always being there and things like that. Because that is not just the first time. He has always been there for me. So when he came back, I appreciated him with the JAM form. He then gave me money that I should go and register. I went, I did registration, I wrote that JAM. That was 2012. I passed that JAM, So when I passed JAM, I went to write my post-semi, like everything was okay. So when I got admission, that was the admission list came out, that was October 2012. Then I now told him that I got admission. He was so happy for me. See, the way that man took everything upon himself, I'll just be sitting down. If this man is coming back from somewhere, the first time he was just coming back, he bought gas for me, a gas cylinder. He was like, okay, you are planning to go back to school, this is for you. I was like, for me? Are you not doing too much for me? He was like, yes, this is for you. I was so happy that day. When I was close from work, when I was going home, I took that gas cylinder with me. I went and showed my mom. My mom was so happy. Okay, so I forgot the part that when he came back from that hospital, I think his wife practically came to our shop just to appreciate me. She was like, thank you. But she didn't stop there. She now asked me that, please, can she have my mom number? That my mom did a great job. Like the way she raised me, she did a very great job. She want to call my mom and tell her thank you. I said, no problem. I gave her my mom's number. That was how she called my mom and appreciate my mom for everything, for what my mom did. Like, my mom raised me very well. Thank you so much. My mom was just smiling. So when I came back home, my mom was like, do you know who called me today? And I asked her who. But I knew I gave my boss's number her. I knew I gave my boss's wife her phone number. Sorry to say that. So, and I just pretend as if I don't know what's going on. I say, I don't know what you're talking about. She was like, your boss's wife called me just to tell me thank you for raising you up. I was like, oh, really? She did? She said, yes. She was like, thank you. My mom also thanked me for also like showing a good, behaving like a good girl that she raised me to be. Like, I said, no problem. So when my bosses was coming back, after that gas, remember, he was one that prepared me for my 100 level. He bought that gas cylinder for me. He was coming back from work, from somewhere that day. He still bought the pressing iron for me. He came back he was like, you're planning to go back to school. This is like, I think if you have this, it will be good for you. I was like, oh, thank you, sir. He was coming back another day again. The boiling kettle, he bought a boiling kettle for me. That was how this man was buying almost everything. He was buying everything for me. He will come back like that man practically prepared me for my 100 level. Like practically. So when I got that, like when it was January 2013 that I was about going for my 100 level, like in fact I did not really shop for much things. The only thing I bought, I remember I bought that 100 level, was just the food I was taking to school. That was what my mom went and just shopped for me. But almost everything that somebody would need moving in, that man practically got it for me. Sir, you know, this is almost Christmas. I don't know how to appreciate you, but you were like, he was just like a stranger to me, but now a family member. To today, like I don't know how to tell my story without Ogade. I still call him Ogade to today. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I was just a little girl that doesn't even know anything about life. I remember several times that you would keep me and just advise me. As a teenage girl that time, that was just like 16, you know. I'm sorry to say this, but this is just like a secret. If I see a man, you know how teenage girls behave now, or all those men that want to spoil people, you know, they will come and they will want to talk to me. You'll see him paying so much attention, like he pay, so he doesn't want to see people like trying to. He was overprotective. He protect me so much. You would think I'm his biological daughter. The way he treats me in that area, it makes people see me like his child. If I'm going to area one now, right now, if I'm working with you, you see people calling me Yargidang Ade. That is what people call me. The house of speaking people, they call me Yargidang Ade. You know, other people no be Oga Ade picking be that. No be that Oga Ade picking be that. That is how people call me. Till today, people still call me his daughter. I cannot walk past like people that know me that time before I am now like this grown up like this. People still call me Oga Ade Pikin. Okay. People still call me Oga Ade Pikin. Yergidan Ade. To today. Sir, I'm just here to say thank you. Thank you for being a dad. It was during my matriculation. She called me that morning. Okay, because I informed me that so this is my matric. He called me that morning on the matric day. He just called me to wish me a happy matriculation. Before I knew it, I think that was around 11:30, 12 that he's at my school gate. I was like, what? You're late whatsoever you're doing just to honor my matriculation. He came and we just took pictures and he gave me money and left. So all the sacrifice that you've made, like this is me. This is me. This is me. Like you've been a father. Like a father. It's not just like a father. You've been a father to me. I cannot even say that you've been like a father. No, you are a father to me. I'm just here to say thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. I don't know how to appreciate you. Like right now, I cannot even move or do anything without informing you, sir. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for playing every role like a dad should play in a child life. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you, sir. Like this is just an appreciation video. Thank you for being a father to me. Thank you so much for being a father to me. I don't know how to thank you enough, sir. But from the bottom of my heart, sir, I'm here to say thank you. Thank you, even though you tried to teach me Yoruba several times, but my coconut head did not carry it. But I'm just here to say thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm making this video for you to know that, for my viewers to know that, you know, for somebody to be your dad, he must not be the one that gave birth to you biologically. Yeah, sorry. Somebody can be your dad. Being a dad to somebody is not just by blood, but by the way those people make you feel around them, by like trying to take responsibility, making sure you're fine, and the decision you make in life, making sure you don't make mistakes in life. Like he has been, even when I was still in school, time to time he just come and send me money and just make sure I'm fine. Okay, I even forgot to mention that even during my break, if I come back from school, I still go there to work for like 1 to 2 weeks. He still pay me. He still make sure I'm fine. Even after my NYC, he still call me. He was like, come and continue working with me. I have to tell him like, no, sir. If I continue working with you, that means I'm not moving to do other things. Sincerely, if I actually resume after my NYC, if I actually started working with him, I would have still been there by now, till now. But so I'm just here to say thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for always being there. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the fatherly love. Thank you for raising me like this. Like, thank you. So this is my little story about how a dad, like a stranger, completely turned to my dad and raised me. I'm just here to appreciate him and say thank you, thank you, Ogade. I'm still your little daughter. I'm still that little girl, Yergidan Ade. Thank you so much.